Good evening, Yankees Nation. You are here on The Ugly Truth with Ken. Today we are going to be doing game one of the Tampa Rays versus the New York Yankees baseball game. Game time is at 7:05 in the Bronx. So we've got about 5 minutes of game time, and I'm going to go over the lineups. Today, playing center field for the Rays, Simpson will be leading off. Diaz will be DHing, hitting in the 2 hole. Miranda will be hitting in the 3 hole, playing first base. Caminero, the all-star home run derby champion, will be playing third base and hitting cleanup. Love will be playing right field, hitting in the 5 hole. Magnum will be hitting in the 6 hole, playing left field. Gray will be playing second base, hitting in the 7 hole. Jansen will be hitting eighth in the behind the dish, and hitting ninth is going to be Walls playing shortstop. On the bump is going to be Eric Rasmussen. Today's Yankees lineup: Trent Grisham will be leading off, playing center field, hitting .252 on the season. Jason Dominguez will be hitting out of the 2 hole, playing left field, hitting .254. Cody Bellinger will be playing right field, hitting out of the 3 hole, hitting .282 on the season. DHing will be big Giancarlo Stanton, hitting .276. Jazz Chisholm will be in the 5 hole at second base, hitting .251. Paul Goldschmidt will be hitting in the 6 hole, hitting .287 on the season. Ryan McMahon will be manning third base, hitting .222 on the season. Austin Wells will be at the dish in the 8 hole, hitting .217. And in the 9 hole is Anthony Volpe, hitting .215 on the season. That is your lineup. And on the bump for the Yankees is going to be young rookie sensation Cam Schlittler, getting out of the or making his third appearance of the season. I want to welcome the folks that are in the stream: Natalie, John, Nancy, Dev. Appreciate y'all taking time out of your busy Monday evening to sit here and listen to a little bit of baseball. Your uncle? No, Dev, I have made my return siesta to Virginia Beach, so I am actually at home for this stream. However, my sister Nancy, who is on the stream, is in Philly. So, how are we feeling about this evening's game? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dev. We'll keep you in our thoughts and prayers, and hopefully you'll get back to feeling better. For those of you that are here in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button and share the channel out. And if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Any help that you can provide, help to grow my channel out, would be most appreciated. We are just a couple of minutes before game time, and we'll call a little bit of baseball. And the Yankees have taken the field. Littler is making his third appearance of the season. He is 1-0 on the season, 4.35 ERA. Opponents are hitting 275 against him. Hey, SGA, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. Well, we are hoping for the Yankees to go today. That's for sure. Looking to hop off the 4-game series with a victory coming out the gates. Thank you, SGA. And Littler sets, and he fires the first pitch to Simpson and catches the outside corner for call, strike one. That was a beautiful 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Simpson is hitting .307 on the season, no home runs, 15 RBIs, and a .697 OPS. Apparently, Simpson has a boatload of speed and is a steal threat at any time. And the next pitch is on the way, and it catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike two. Count is 0-2. And Littler sets. He brings the pitch, and this one is fouled off. Count remains 0-2. That was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. So he started out at 98, went to 99, and is at 100. And Schlittler sets. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off. Right to the backstop. Count is going to remain 0-2. Edwin Mescal is the home plate umpire, and he is considered a hitter-friendly umpire. Schlittler sets, and he fires, and the ball is chopped to Jazz. Jazz is going to flip on to Goldie for the first out of the game. Welcome, D-Train. Appreciate you being here, brother. The temperature at the stadium is 92 degrees. Uh, Feels like well over 100. It's going to be a hot one out there in the Bronx. Yandy Diaz is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one. Beautiful fastball on the inside corner. Diaz is hitting 284, 18 home runs, 61 RBIs. And Schlittler brings the next pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Schlittler sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. So that is the second batter and the second strikeout. So you got a little bit of a wait before your game starts, SGA. So kick back and watch a little bit of Yankee baseball. Coming up to bat is Aranda. And Schlittler sets. And he brings the pitch, and it paints the outside corner, but is not called a strike. Count is 1-0. I think the umpire blew that one. ABS would have said, yeah, that was a strike. And Schlittler sets, and he brings the next pitch and misses outside this time. Count is now 2-0. Aranda is hitting 312 on the season, 11 home runs, 51 RBIs, and an 862 OPS. Schlittler sets, and he fires, and that is a slider that catches the bottom of the corner for call, strike one. Count is now 2-1. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch is off the plate. Another fastball, 99-mile-an-hour one. Count is now 3-1. In Schlittler's arsenal, he has a fastball, slider, curveball, sweeper, and a sinker. And Schlittler brings the next pitch, and this one is swung on and missed. Count is 3-2. Will Schlittler be able to strike out the side? I suppose we're about to find out. Schlittler rears back, and the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. And we're going to reset and do it again. And it looks like Aranda is taking timeout. And Schlittler sets and brings the next pitch, and this one is fouled back. Gonna do it again. Schlittler is definitely peppering the strike zone. Looks like the home plate umpire took that one off the beak. And Schlittler's back on the rubber. He's got the sign. Ball sets up on the outside plate. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is going to be 3-2 once again. We're headed to the ninth pitch of the at-bat. Schlittler has 16 on the game. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone for ball 4. So Aranda wins, and he is going to take his gear and head to first base. Coming up to bat is the home run derby champion, Junior Caminero, hitting cleanup, playing third base. And Schlittler sets, brings the pitch, and that is a swung on, missed fastball, 99 miles an hour. Count is 0-1. This is a sheer matchup of power versus power. Let's see how it turns out. And Schlittler sets and brings the pitch. It is just off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch is once again off the plate. He is just missing by an inch or less, and that is 2-1. And Schlittler sets, and this one is hit. It is a high fly ball to left field. Dominguez is back on the track, and this one is gone. That is a 2-run home run for Caminero. And Tampa Bay jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Definitely not the way we want to start this game out at. I'll tune in and check out a little bit of your stream there, SGA. And Lowe is up to bat, and the first pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Schlittler sets. Next pitch is down low. Count is 2-0. Schlittler sets and he fires the four-seamer off the plate. Count goes to 3-0. Josh Lowe is hitting 240 on the season with 6 home runs, 24 RBIs, and a 686 OPS. Schlittler sets and he brings the pitch, and that is way outside. That is going to be ball 4. That is a 4-pitch walk to Lowe. And looks like Matt Blake is heading out to the bump. If you're just joining the stream, we are in the top of the first. Rays have a 2-0 lead over the Yankees after a 2-run home run by Junior Caminero. The Rays have a runner at first with 2 outs, and Jake Magnum is coming up to bat. He's hitting .295, 2 home runs, 28 RBIs. And Schlittler sets, and he throws over to first base. Lau is back diving head first. And Schlittler gets ready. He sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is down low. Count is 1-0. And Slitler sets and fires in. Lyle takes off. The pitch is high, and the throw a second is not in time. The credit low with a stolen base. And the count is now 2-0. All right, young lad, it's time to settle down and get it done. Slitler is at 27 pitches. And the pitch is a fastball off the plate, or sinker, slider off the plate. Count is now 3-0. Butler sets and fires, and that is another 4-pitch walk. That is the third walk of the inning. And Schlittler sets. Christian Gray is the batter, and the next pitch is off the plate. Ball one. That is 9 straight balls in a row. And the pitch is lined to right field. Bellinger is going to jump up and make the catch for the third out of the inning, but not before the Rays take a 2-0 lead over the Yankees. Coming up to bat in bottom of the first is going to be Trent Grisham, Jason Dominguez, and Cody Bellinger. You're right, Bob. That's why I am a huge advocate for the ABS system, because these guys plain stink. And this umpire is a hitter friendly umpire and is not going to call anything off the plate. Hey, Real Bill, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to hit the like button, share the channel out, and subscribe for those who are not. I am back in Virginia Beach. And Grisham is up to bat. Rasmussen sets and he fires. The first catch is the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Grisham is hitting .252 on the season, 17 RBI or home runs, 39 RBIs, and an .813 OPS. And the next pitch is a cutter call. Strike two. Count is now 0-2. Ed Grisham steps out of the box. Rasmussen sets and Grisham swings on, misses the pitch. For that is the first out of the inning, and that one is a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Well, at least you get to go. And the first pitch to Dominguez is right down the heart of the plate. For call, strike one. Dominguez is hitting .254 with dyed home runs, 36 RBIs at a 733 OPS. And the four-seamer is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Rasmussen gives up a hit to left field. Dominguez is going to be on first. And it looks like the Rays traded Danny Jansen to the Milwaukee Brewers for a infielder that I can't pronounce that dude's name. And the pitch to Bellinger is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Bellinger's hitting .282 on the season, 19 home runs, 58 RBIs, and an .844 OPS. And the pitch is all the way, and it is way inside. Count is even at 1-1. Hey, cold Italian pizza. Yep. And Bellinger steps out of the box. And Rasmussen sets, and he brings the pitch, and Bellinger hits this one to center field. And that one is going to drop in for a hit. So the Yankees are going to have runners at first and second. Looks like the center fielder took a bad read on the ball from Bellinger. It should have been an easy out. However, he does not make the play, loses it on contact with the ground. Coming up to bat is Big G. And the first pitch is a cutter that catches the outside part of the plate. Count is 0-1. Rasmussen sets, and he breaks the next pitch off and swings and misses. Count is 0-2. Those of you just joined the game, we're at the bottom of the first. Rays lead the Yankees 2-0 off of a Junior Caminero home run. Yankees have runners at first and second with one out. And the slider or the cutter is down in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Rasmussen sets, brings the pitch, and Stanton hits a line drive to right field. And the bases are going to be juiced full of Yankees. So that is 3 straight singles for the New York Yankees. Bases are loaded, and Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. That hit left Stanton's bat at 112 miles an hour. And Rasmussen sets. And the first pitch is a cutter in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. If you're going to make it an out, make it a productive one. Smart situational hitting. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Chisholm is hitting .251 on the season, 18 home runs, 48 RBIs, and an .839 OPS. The Jazz get his 49th RBI of the season. And the pitch is a cutter down low and inside. Count goes to 2-1. Hey, Stephen B., welcome to the stream. And Rasmussen fires the pitch in, and it is fouled off. Count is going to even up at 2-2. Jazz swung at a pitch that was out of the strike zone. And the pitch is way out of the strike zone. Count is now 3-2. No place to put Chisholm. And Rasmussen steps off the rubber. Now Jazz takes timeout. Jazz digs out the line at the back of the box. And Rasmussen sets, and he brings the pitch. And that one is inside for ball 4. And that is going to force Dominguez in. And the pitching coach is heading out for the mound. Score is now 2-1. Bases are juiced full of Yankees. We are in the bottom of the first. Score is 2-1. Paul Goldschmidt is coming up to bat. And the umpire signals to wind the clock. Goldie is in the box. And the Rays are warming up somebody in the bullpen already. Rasmussen sets, and the first pitch is a sinker down low. Count is 1-0. Goldie's hitting .287 on the season, 8 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a .769 OPS. Rasmussen sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off down the right field line. Count is evened at 1-1. And Rasmussen sets and brings the pitch, and Goldie fouls this one straight back. Count is now 1-2. No strikeout, no ground into a double play. Let's go Yankees. And Rasmussen sets, He brings the pitch, and it is a cutter off the plate. Count is evened up at deuce deuce. And Goldschmidt misses the pitch, swinging strike three. Coming up to bat is Ryan McMahon. That is the second out of the inning. Rasmussen is 24 pitches into the game. McMahon's coming up to bat, 222 on the season, 16 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a 728 OPS. And the first pitch is up out of the strike zone. Third base umpire confirms that McMahon did not go, so that is ball one. Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. Bases are juiced with Yankees. There are 2 outs and a 1-1 count on Ryan McMahon. Second pitch is on the way, and it is way up high. Count is 2-1. And Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is hammered foul down the right field line, but it bends into the stands. Count is going to go to deuce deuce. Yeah, I'm happy that we got McMahon. And Rasmussen sets. McMahon fouls the pitch straight back. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at bat. On deck is Austin Wells. Pitch is on the way, and it is way up high. The count is now 3-2. And Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is down low for ball four. And that is going to be another run scored. So that is a ribby for McMahon, and the game is now tied. Rasmussen is 31 pitches deep in the game. And Cash is calling down to the bullpen. Are we going to knock Rasmussen out in the first inning? Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And the first pitch is a lollipop slider in or cutter in there for call, strike one. Wells is hitting 217 on the season, 15 home runs, 56 RBIs, and a 716 OPS. And the pitch is popped to the shortstop. Walls is going to be there to make the play. And the Yankees have 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave the bases loaded. Coming up to bat for the Rays in the top of the second is going to be Walls, Thasus, and Simpson. 8, 9, and 1. And Schlittler fires the first pitch to Walls, and that is called strike one. This Walls is hitting 218 on the season, 4 home runs, 35 RBIs, and a 596 OPS. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch is hit directly back at him. He gloves it and is not able to make the throw in time. So the Rays leadoff hitter is going to be on first with a single. Coming up to bat is Thassis. Schlittler sets, and the pitch is just off the plate. Matt Thaiss is hitting 218 on the season, 1 home run, 16 RBIs, and a 641 OPS. And Schlittler fires to first. Walls is back diving. And Schlittler sets. He brings the pitch, and this one is swung on and missed, but the bat goes flying into the Yankee dugout. Count is evened at 1-1. And Schlittler sets and fires. The pitch catches the outside corner for call strike two. Count is 1-2. And the ball is swung on and tipped into the glove of Wells for strike three. That is the first out of the inning. Up is Simpson, and the first pitch is swung on and fouled off. Hey, Landon, how we doing? Simpson is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the first. And Schlittler makes a pickoff attempt at first. Walls is back diving into first. And the pitch is swung on and hit to left field. Dominguez is camped under it to make the play. And the second out of the inning as Walls retreats back to first base. Yandy Diaz is coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the first inning. First pitch is just inside for ball one. And the sweeper is fouled off. Count is 1-1. And Slitler sets and fires, and the ball is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Landon just got home from baseball practice, scored 12 runs. Okay. And Slitler sets and fires, and the pitch is way out of the strike zone, high. Count is now evened at deuce. For those of you here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Slitler sets and he fires, and this one is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain deuce. And Slitler sets. And he fires to first. Walls is back in head first. And we're going to reset it and do it all again. Hey, Jacob, how are you doing, brother? And Slitler sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And that's Slitler's third strikeout of the night. Second for Yandy Diaz. Coming up in the bottom half of the second is going to be Anthony Volpe, Trent Grisham, and Jason Dominguez. 9-1-2. I am doing just fine, Jacob. Back home in Virginia Beach, where I am back with my family and calling the game out in my shop. So I'm doing all right. Flew back from Philadelphia, and no incidents on the aircraft, no craziness at the airport. So I am more than happy. Unlike when I flew to Philly, where I had a calamity of errors, from delays to craziness from passengers to every other imaginable thing out there. Well, on my way there, a dude got told he was cussing out the head flight attendant, and he got told that he wasn't making that flight to go down the runway or the concourse, get the hell out of there. Well, he decided that he was going to be a smart guy and run onto the aircraft. Well, stewardess went down there and told him, "Hey, security's been called. You might want to get off and head down to the down the jetway." Well, Professor Wizard decides that he wants to run down the aisle of the airplane. He runs out onto the jetway. He leaves the jetway and goes down to the runway and starts running, trying to escape. And the first pitch is a call, strike one on Volpe. And the next pitch is on the way, and oh my God, it is called a strike. It is off the plate. ABS, where are you? But the funniest thing is when he was running on the on the on the flight line on the tarmac. He got hit by two guards, one high, one low. Looked like an NFL tackle. That dude ended up pancaking face first into the runway, and Volpe swings and misses. So that is a strikeout. So he ends up eating the concrete in cuffs as they're dragging him down the tarmac to security. I'm sure where the FBI was there, sitting there to waiting on him. So because you're an idiot, you don't make your flight and you get to go to jail and face federal charges. Congratulations. Here's your sign. And the first pitch to Grisham is popped up to the shortstop. And Walls is going to make the play. And that is a one pitch, one out at bat. Congratulations for doing something that I personally hate. Yeah, he was an idiot, and he's going to pay the price for it. And Rasmussen sets, and the first pitch is just outside the strike zone, just a bit high to Dominguez. Count is 1-0. But the pitch is on the way, and Dominguez swings and misses at a cutter. Count is evened at 1-1. But the thing that was bad about that whole situation is it delayed the flight 45 minutes. And Dominguez chops the ball to Gray, and Gray flips it to Aranda to record the third out of the inning. He got pissed because the head flight attendant said he needed to check his bag because the flight was a continuation and the overhead bins were full. So Professor Wizard caused us to be late. I was pissed because my mother was at home without home health care because her normal person had stayed a couple hours late and she had to get home to her family. I was pissed to begin with because at like 10 o'clock the night before, I got a notice from American Airlines that my flight was going to be delayed. My flight didn't leave for 12 hours. How the hell did they know the flight was going to be delayed that far in advance? Ridiculous. All right, I'll be back in a sec. I got to grab myself a soda. And Aranda is going to lead off. And the first pitch is a curveball, swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Aranda is had a walk in the first inning and scored on Caminera's home run. Littler sets and fires, and Aranda swings and misses. Count is 0-2. And Schlittler sets, and the curveball bounces in the dirt. Count is 1-2. And Schlittler sets and brings the pitch, and this one is grounded to Jazz. Jazz is going to flip it on to Goldie for the first out of the inning. Let's go Yankees. We're in the top of the third, and Schlittler is at 49 pitches. Schlittler is walking around the mound. Coming up to bat is Junior Caminero. He is 1-for-1 on the night with a home run, 2 RBIs, and obviously a run scored. And the first pitch is a sweeper that is called strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch was inside. Count is 1-1. And Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled back. Count is 1-2. And Schlittler sets and brings the pitch, and this one is fouled off. Once again, another power versus power matchup. Schlittler sets and fires, and the ball is bounced to Jazz, who fields it cleanly and shoots it to Goldschmidt to record the second out of the inning. Josh Lau is walked in his first at bat and stole second base, and the pitch is hit into right field past a diving Jazz Chisholm for a single. Jake Magnum is up to bat, and he walked in the first inning. What is the grind? I don't understand. And Mangum is up to bat. And the first pitch is way out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. And Schlittler sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch is all the way, and this one is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Magnum takes time out of the box. Don't know why he needs timeout. He's going to swing and miss at this one and then go sit down and get some splinters in his butt. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Hey, ADM, how's it going? And the pickoff attempt at first is not successful. It's funny if you are listening to the broadcast, they have Luka Doncic in the booth, and they haven't talked anything about any play on the field whatsoever. All they're talking about is basketball. I don't know. I thought we were calling the yes or the Yankee game. Count is 1-2 on Magnum. And Schlittler sets, and he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And as we head to the bottom of the third, that's right, splinters in the ass. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm. The only news that I hear is ridiculous news. Not worth reporting. It's certainly not confirmed. Although Danny Jansen, the scheduled catcher for tonight's game for the Rays, was traded to the Milwaukee Brewers. So before game time, they had him pack his crap and head up to wherever Milwaukee's playing. The Yankees are adding pitching without a doubt. The question is who? I think the Emmanuel Clase being suspended for on prospective gambling issues is going to make the bullpen market tighter and make it more expensive to acquire bullpen arms, which is not what we want to hear because we need 2 of them, maybe 3, but we definitely need a left-handed. And Rasmussen sets, and the first pitch is in there for call. Strike 1. And Rasmussen sets, and the pitch. Wow. It looked pretty good, but it's called a ball. So the count is evened at 1 up. Rasmussen sets, and he fires, and Bellinger hits a lazy fly ball to center field. And Simpson is going to be there to put it away for the first out. That is what for what of the night with a single in the first. First pitch is all the way, and it is off the plate for ball one. Little lollipop sweeper. Rasmussen sets and fires, and this one is just inside. Count is now 2-0. Rasmussen sets and fires, and the pitch is just low. Count is now 3-0. Stanton had a single in the first inning that left his bat at 115 miles an hour. And Rasmussen sets and fires a cutter right down the heart of Broadway. Count is now 3-1. Next pitch is a sinker that catches the outside corner. Count is now 3-2. And Stanton just gets a piece of the ball, fouled it back. Count is going to remain 3-2. Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 3-2 as we head to the eighth pitch of the at bat. And this pitch is an elevator shaft home run. And Aranda is going to be under it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. And Jazz is up to bat. He walked in the first inning. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled straight back and is going to make the stands. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is a cutter down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And Rasmussen sets, and Jazz fouls this one off sharply down the right field line. Count is now 2-2. And Jazz takes it timeout, and he's burrowing in at the back of the strike zone once again. And the pitch is on the way, and it is in there for a call, strike three. Jazz is down looking. I don't know what Jazz is complaining about because it caught the top of the strike zone. Coming up to bat in the top of four is going to be Gray, Walls, and Thesis. Yeah, Carrasco got traded to the Braves for either a player to be named later or cash considerations. Hey, Joe, what do you know? And Schlittler sets and he brings the first pitch. It is a fastball right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. Gray is 0 for 1 on the night with a line out in the first. And Schlittler fires a curveball off the plate. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is a fastball that is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. For those of you just joining the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button. Share the channel out. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain 1-2. Schlittler is 64 pitches deep into this game. And the ball is chopped to Jazz, and Jazz cannot get the ball out of his glove. Gray is going to beat that out, and Gray is going to have I don't even know what the hell you call it. And they score that one a hit. It's generous. I think it should have been an error. However, now we're making the kid pitch more. And Walls takes a shot right to center field. Grisham is going to field it cleanly. And the Braves are going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. Matt Thasis is coming up to bat, or Thasis is coming up to bat. And the pitch is in there. Thice was showing bunt. Call ball one. Thice is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout in the second inning. And the pitch is in there for call, strike one, showing bunt once again. Count is 1-1. Countermeasure for a bunt is high inside fastball. And Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Schlittler sets and he fires, and this pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. Schlittler's pitch count is up to 70 pitches. And Schlittler sets. And he brings the pitch, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Simpson. Simpson is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a flyout. And Schlittler steps off to chase the runner back to second. And we're going to reset and do it again. Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped to Volpe. Volpe steps on second and fires to first for the 6 unassisted 3 double play. And that'll do it as we head to the bottom of the fourth. So the Jazz misplay does not cost us. Coming up in our half of the fourth is going to be Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan McMahon, and Austin Wells. Well, you're also forgetting that Fernando Cruz is coming back. Who goes? Well, I think, hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. I think that you're going to see Loizaga sent down most likely if he has options left. Hamilton won't be on the roster. Third pitcher could be Stroman. I have the sneaking suspicion, though, we're going to try to move some of those arms. Now, Del Santos isn't going anywhere. He has been one of our long guys out of the pen. He's done a great job. And Rasmussen sets, and the first pitch is called strike one, outside corner down low. And Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-2. Rasmussen sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is going to go 1-2. And Rasmussen sets, and the pitch is just a bit high. Count is deuce. And the ball is hit sharply to Walls. Walls is going to fire across the diamond to Aranda to record the first out of the inning. And the first pitch to McMahon is a Curveball up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. In McMahon's first at bat, he walked and had an RBI because the bases were juiced. Next pitch is a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is inside. Call strike one, actually outside. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is foul down the first base line. Count is now deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back. Count is going to remain deuce. And the pitch, oh, what a load of crap. The pitch is down low. The umpire says that McMahon did not check his swing. If you look at the replay, he definitely did not swing. Austin Wells is coming up to bat. He popped out in his first at bat. And the first pitch is a lollipop curve in there for call, strike one. And the next pitch is a cutter down in the dirt. Count is even at 1-1. In the bottom of the 50th inning, Baltimore leads Toronto 9-4. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is now 1-2. And Wells chops the ball to Gray at second base, who fires on to Aranda for the third out of the inning, and that is 10 in a row retired. Coming up to bat in the top of five is going to be Yandy Diaz, Aranda, and Junior Caminero. Winner, chicken dinner. So, how are we feeling about our New York Yankees tonight? Feeling good. Diaz is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And Schlittler sets and he brings the pitch and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0 and 1. And Schlittler sets and fires and the pitch is just a little up high. Count is 1 and 1. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1 and 2. Schlittler is at 75 pitches. Schlittler sets and fires, and the sweeper is never in the strike zone, and that is going to even the count at 2 and 2. Somebody just came through the front door. And the pitch is up and in. Count is now full, 3 and 2. And the pitch is down low for ball 4. Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0 and 1. Aranda walked in his first at bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night. Schlittler sets and fires and just misses off the plate. Count is evened at 1 and 1. And it looks like Hedrick is warming up in the bullpen. Schlittler sets and fires, and the ball is hit just over the top of a leaping McMahon. And that is going to put runners at first and second again with nobody out. And Matt Blake is heading to the mound once again. And Caminero is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a 2-run home run. And Schlittler sets, and the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled straight back into the umpire's mask. Count is 0 and 1. And Schlittler checks on the runner at second, fires, and the pitch is hit to left field. Dominguez is going to close on it and make a fine running play for the first out of the inning, and he shoots it into third base. Runners are going to hold position. And Schlittler sets, and the pitch to low is swung on and missed for strike one. Count is 0-1. Schlittler sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And Schlittler steps off the rubber. And the OT is a line drive to center field. Diaz is rounding third, and he is going to score. Moving to third is Aranda, and that is an RBI single for Lowe. And the Rays take back the lead 3-2. And here comes Captain Hook. Brent Hedrick is coming in to face Magnum. And Hedrick fires, and the first pitch is swung on and missed. And he fires, and the second pitch is Swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Hedrick sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the pitch is in there and swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the 6th strikeout for the Yankees tonight. Looks like Jose Caballero is coming in to pinch hit for Gray. Caballero is hitting .227 on the season, 2 home runs, 27 RBIs, and a .640 OPS. And the first pitch is just a little bit high. Count is 1-0. And the pitch catches the outside corner for call, strike 1. Count is 1-1. And Hedrick sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And Hedrick strikes out 2, leaving 2 on, but not before the Yankees surrender the lead. Tampa Bay leads 3-2. Coming up to bat in our half of the 5th is going to be Anthony Volpe, Trent Grisham, and Jason Dominguez, with Cody Bellinger on deck. Let's go, Yankees! Let's go, Yankees! Let's go, Yankees! Let's go, Yankees! And we're going to go do hat change number 1. And we're going to go with old reliable number 1. Chat is quiet. Are we bored? Are we asleep? Are we unconscious? And the first pitch into Volpe is called strike one. Volpe is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the next pitch is a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Count is evened out, 1 up. And Volpe swings at a pitch that is out of the strike zone, but he fouls it off. Count is 1-2. And the next pitch from Rasmussen is up and out of the strike zone. Count is deuce deuce. Well, honestly, Rob, this may be why Slittler ends up in the bullpen. And the pitch is up out of the strike zone. Count is now 3-2. And Rasmussen sets and he brings the pitch, and this one is hit to Walls. Walls dives out and fires to first base to get Volpe by a step. And the first pitch to Grisham is a curveball inside for ball one. Grisham is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a pop out. And the pitch is a lazy fly ball to right center field, and Simpson is going to make a lumbering catch for the second out. Another goddamn one pitch out. Coming up to bat is Jason Dominguez, 1 for 2 on the night. 12 in a row retired for the Yankees. And the pitch to Dominguez is hit into right field. Nice solid line drive single. That is going to break the 12-out streak. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, 1 for 2. And the first pitch to from Rasmussen is hit to right field, a line drive to Low to end the inning. And that is the final out of the inning. No runs and a hit. 1 ran left, and coming up to bat is Walls, Thasis, and Simpson. Well, if swinging at the first pitch is a Yankee analytic, it's a stupid one. And the first pitch to Wells is called strike one. Hedrick sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. John is reporting that Gino Suarez, and the pitch is an elevator shaft home run to Chisholm, who fields it on the infield grass for the first out. Eugenio Suarez was removed from the Tigers Diamondbacks game with an apparent injury after being hit in the hand with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And the pitch is a high fly ball to right field. Bellinger is on the run, and he makes the play on the track for the second out of the inning. Well, Rob, in standard baseball, starters are expected to get 18 outs, 6 innings at a minimum. And Hedrick fires, and the first pitch catches the call, strike one. Simpson is 0 for 3 with a ground into double play, fly out, and a pop out. And Simpson swings and misses. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is just a bit low. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is fouled off. And the pitch is swung on and missed, and Simpson is down on strikes. That is a 1-2-3 inning for Hedrick. Coming up to bat is Stanton, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt. And Edwin Usita is coming in to replace Rasmussen. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And the breaking ball freezes Stanton for call, strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1 on the night with a walk. And the first pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is down low for ball 1. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way. It's swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is down in the dirt. Making Jazz do a little bit of jazz dancing. Count is 2-2. Yoshida sets and fires, and the pitch is way off the plate. Count is now full, 3-2. And the pitch is down on strikes swinging. Second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt. That was a weak swing at best. Changeup. See the sets, and the first pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. Goldie is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a groundout tonight. And the pitch is popped up. Walls is backing up, and he is going to make the play in shallow left field for the third out of the inning. As we head to the seventh, coming up to bat is going to be Yandy Diaz, Miranda, and Caminero. And it looks like Ian Hamilton is coming into the game. And Hamilton fires a sinker inside for ball one. In classic Hamilton form, Hamilton sets and he brings the next pitch, and it is inside for ball two. Count is 2-0. Diaz is 0 for 2 on the night, and the next pitch is in there. Catches the inside corner for call, strike one. Count is now 2-1. And the next pitch is down and away. Count is 3-1. And Diaz walks. Miranda is up to bat. He's 1 for 2 on the night with a single and a walk and a run scored. And the pitch is lined into the right field corner. Bellinger is chasing it as Diaz is going to end up at third. That is going to be a double. The Rays have runners at second and third. Nobody out. And Hamilton sets, and the pitch catches the inside corner for call, strike one. Infield shifts to halfway in. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. Hedrick sets, and the pitch is hit directly at the pitcher. Diaz is caught at the plate. Runner is going to advance to third. So there is one out with runners at first and third, and Hamilton actually fielded it cleanly and shot it to home, and Wells was able to make the tag. And it looks like we have a mound visit with Wells. And the Yankees have Weaver and Brubaker out in the pen. looks like Boone is coming in to lay Captain Hook.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
I want to thank everybody for taking time to spend part of your busy Monday night with us here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Catching a little bit of play-by-play. Currently, the Yankees are down 3-2 in the top of the seventh. Rays are threatening once again. They have runners at first and third with one out. Ian Hamilton has just been pulled. Yes, Weaver pitched yesterday. With runners at first and third with one out, Luke Weaver is coming into the game. Josh Lowe is at bat. He is 2 for 2 on the night with a stolen base, an RBI, and a base on balls. Those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing to Yankees The Ugly Truth. And Weaver sets, and the first pitch catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. And Weaver sets, and he brings the pitch, and this one is fouled off. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is swung on and hammered foul. And Weaver sets, and the pitch is once again fouled off. Count is going to remain. And the pitch is once again fouled off as we're heading to and Weaver sets and fires, and another pitch is fouled off as we head to the seventh pitch of the at bat. And there's a pickoff attempt at first. Caminero is back in head first. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Lowe. That is the second out, and Magnum is coming up to bat. Thanks, Rob. I've incorporated a bunch of Yankee Stadium sound effects, but I'm not done yet. Magnum is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk in the first. D-Train, what's a stroke out? And the first pitch to Magnum is a four-seamer down low for ball one. Count is 1-0. And Weaver sets. And the fastball is fouled off. Count is now 1-1. And Weaver sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2. Looks like Weaver has the change working well tonight. Now the batter calls timeout. And Weaver sets. Brings the pitch, and it is hit to McMahon, who fires it across the diamond to Goldie to record the third out of the inning. Rays had runners at second and third with nobody out, and the Rays failed to score as we head to the seventh inning stretch. Seventh inning stretch. Ryan McMahon, Austin Wells, and Anthony Volpe coming up to bat. No problem. Just had to poke a little bit of fun. And United States Marine Corps in the house. Captain Bruce Lindsay served during Vietnam as a naval aviator. Hats off and salute to you, sir. Thank you for your service. Yes, he did. Now the question is, who comes in the top of the eighth? Because I'm sure we don't want to burn Weaver for the next two games. I was once honored as the Distinguished Military Veteran for the Tidewater Tides here in Virginia Beach. My granddaughter was with me, and she enjoyed seeing herself on the Jumbotron. So are Yankees actually going to come and lay some wood on the ball, have some runners on base, and actually score? D-Train, I think you actually have to be in the area. Useda is out there still. And the first pitch to McMahon is a changeup off the plate. Count is 1-0. McMahon is 0 for 1 on the night. He has a walk and an RBI in the first. And McMahon squibs this one to third base. Caminero sets and fires across the diamond to record the first out. Austin Wells is coming up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the night with a pop out and a ground out. And the first pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to hit the like button. And the pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. Uchida sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Uchida sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Uchida sets, and the pitch is outside. Count is 2-2. And Wells swings at some bullshit in the dirt for the strikeout. I don't know how you take a swing at a ball that is never in the strike zone. Ridiculous. And Anthony Volpe is up to bat. First pitch is fouled off. Volpe is 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout and a ground out. And the pitch should have been called a strike, but it is called ball one. Count is 1-1. And you see the sets and fires that this one is swung on and missed. Count is now 1-2. And you see the sets. And he brings the pitch. And that is call strike three. Coming up in Tampa Bay's top of the eighth is Caballero, Walls, and Thassis. Well, I want to thank y'all for being here tonight. Appreciate the support for myself and Yankees The Ugly Truth with this play by play. Hopefully, these guys will pull their heads out of their stumps and actually decide they want to hit the damn ball. After the first at bat or the first inning, patient at bats, I was thinking that we were going to do something here tonight. But in true Yankee fashion, we only have 4 hits. DeBiggis has 2 of them. So the rest of the lineup is basically doing bubkus. And Weaver is back out on the bump, and the first pitch is pop foul. Count is 0-1. And Weaver sets, and the pitch is just a bit outside for ball one. Count is even at 1-up. And Weaver sets, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is hit down the left field line. McMahon and Volpe chase it to the stands, but it is foul. Caballero is 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. He was a pitch hitter. And the ball is hit to Volpe, and he boots it. And that is going to be a hit by Caballero. So once again, the Rays leadoff hitter is back on base. And the scorekeeper is being friendly because I would have freaking slapped an error on his ass. And it looks like Tim Hill is going to come on. And the Orioles beat the Blue Jays 11-4. Taylor Walls is 2 for 3 on the night with a pair of singles. And Hill fires the first pitch, which is right down to the heart of Broadway, and it should have been called a strike, but it wasn't. ABS. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is hit to left center field, and Dominguez makes a long running catch, and he fires it into Volpe, but Caviaro retraces his steps and makes it back to first, and Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is chopped foul. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is just up high for ball one. Count is evened at 1-1. Next pitch is a sinker that is fouled off. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is hit to right field. Bellinger is going to field it and get it back in. Caballero is going to advance to second. And it looks like DeLuca is coming in to pinch hit for Simpson. Sad news for baseball fans. Longtime Cubs ball player Ryan Sandberg has passed away from complications of cancer at 65. And the pitch is chopped in the infield, and nobody's going to feel that. That's a base hit. So now the bases are going to be juiced with Rays. 1 out. Sandberg is a Hall of Famer. And here comes Boone to the mound. And the Yankees have Brubaker warming up in the bullpen. Yandy Diaz is 0 for 2 on the night. Hill sets and fires, and the pitch is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. Hill sets and fires, and the next pitch is off the plate. Count is 0-2. Or 2-0, excuse me. And the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 2-1. Bob Nightingale is reporting that the x-rays on Eugenio Suarez's hand are negative. He is listed as day-to-day. And the next pitch is fouled off down the right field line. Count is 2-2. And the pitch is just inside. Count is now full. And the pitch is hit to Dominguez. Dominguez makes the catch, and tagging is Caballero, and he is going to score. That is a sac fly for Diaz. Rays now lead 4-2. That run is charged to Weaver, courtesy of Volpe. Coming up to bat is Aranda, and he takes the first pitch and fouls it off. Count is 0-1. And Hill sets, brings the pitch, and it is hit right up the middle off of his glove. He feels it and flips it over to Goldie to record the third out of the inning. Coming up to bat in our half of the inning is going to be Grisham, Dominguez, and Bellinger. For the love of God, can we at least have a hit? This weekend, when I was up in Pennsylvania with my mother, I watched on Netflix the Happy Gilmore 2 movie. It had some comedic humor in it. If I'd have paid for it, I might have been pissed, but since it was a Netflix thing, I was all right with it. And it looks like Garrett Clevenger is coming in to replace Uceda. Clevenger has a 2.45 ERA. Opponents are hitting 195 against him. He has 50 strikeouts and 12 walks. Yassine, why would the Yankees be interested in Ha-Seong Kim? He's been injured all year with a shoulder issue and hasn't played one inning. And the first pitch is in there and fouled back. Count is 0-1. Clevenger sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Grisham takes timeout. And the 0-2 is up out of the strike zone. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is hit sharply to Ronda, who takes it by himself. That is a 1 or a 3 unassisted. And it looks like Ahmed Rosario is coming in to replace Jason Dominguez. Rosario is hitting 270 on the season, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, and the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. the pitch is just inside for ball one. Count is evened at 1-1. Clevenger sits, and the pitch is called strike one or strike two. Count is 1-2. Clevenger sets, and he fires, and the ball is hit down left field, and he has a pinch hit single. He's going to turn and head back to first. And it looks like Rosario was breaking out of the box thinking he was heading for two. It looks like the new Yankee utility guy is got some speed. And the first pitch into Bellinger is called strike one. Count is 0-1. That is the first base hit since the fifth inning. And Clevenger sets, checks on the runner at first, and brings the pitch. Bellinger swings over the top of it. The count is now 0-2. And the 0-2 is popped up. And it looks like it pops out of Theis's glove as he hits the rail by the dugout. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and subscribe if you are not a member of Yankees The Ugly Truth. Looks like Pete Fairbanks is warming up in the bullpen for the Rays. Clevenger sets, and the pitch is chopped, and Clevenger is going to fill it and flip it to Aranda. Rosario is going to move to second. That is going to bring up Giancarlo Stanton. And it looks like they're going to bring Fairbanks into the game. Yes, John, we have that report. Thank you. Fairbanks has a 2.84 ERA. Opponents are hitting 196 against him. He has 32 strikeouts and 15 walks. Stanton is 0 for 4 tonight with a walk and 3 strikeouts. And Fairbanks sets. And the first pitch is swung on and hit foul down the third base line. That's a great question, Yassine. It's been that way for the last 2 years. Stanton hits the ball foul straight into the backstop. Count is 0-2. Fairbanks sets and the slider is down low for ball 1. Count is 1-2. And Stanton swings and misses the fastball. That is the final out. Coming up in the top of the ninth is going to be Caminero. Well, it's not Lau. He was pinch hit for. And Magnum. No, I don't feel that the situation we're in is because of a lack of urgency. I think it's starting with 60% of your rotation, losing so many bullpen pieces. For several months now, we've said that we need 2 to 3 bullpen arms and possibly a starter. And the market hasn't been defined yet, and we haven't been able to bring into players into a serious hole that we have. Yeah, I said that. You see, we've had issues 2 years in a row. It's funny. We have the worst record against the AL East, our own division, but we have the best record against the rest of baseball in major leagues. And the first pitch in from Brubaker is called strike 1. Bellinger is now in left field. I'm assuming that means Rosario is in right. Brubaker has come in to take the pitching duties, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And the pitch is a slider down low for ball 1. Count is 1-2. And the pitch is on the way and chopped foul. Count is going to remain 1-2. Brubaker sets, and the pitch is fouled off once again. Heading to the sixth pitch of the at bat. And the pitch is once again chopped foul. Ed Brubaker sets, and the pitch is once again fouled off. All right, dude. You've thrown slider, slider, slider. Change the guy's eye levels and throw something up high above the belt. And the pitch is a sinker that misses outside. Count is now evened at deuce deuce. Hey, Jasmine. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Brubaker sets and fires, and the pitch is a fly ball to left field. Backing up is Bellinger in front of the track to make the play for the first out. Josh Lowe is up to bat. He has 2 for 3 on the night, a couple of singles, a walk, RBI, and has scored a run. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Ed Brubaker fires a sinker that is just off the plate. Count is even at 1-1. Brubaker sets, and he fires, and the pitch is lined into left center field. And Bellinger is going to make a sliding catch for the second out of the inning. And Mangum is up to bat. Brubaker sets and fires, and that one is popped up. An elevator shaft home run to McMahon, and he is going to put it away for the third out of the inning. And the Rays go down in order. Coming up to bat for the Yankees in the bottom of the ninth is Jazz Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt, and Ryan McMahon. They are combined 0 for 6 on the night with 4 strikeouts. Can they do something against Fairbanks? That's what I'm telling you. Belly's the real deal, and I'm offering him a contract extension. Billy loves being a Yankee. He loves the Bronx. He's tried to get here his whole career. I don't think he's going to opt out. Well, he has a player option for next year, so he can opt in, and he will be here next year. After that, he's an unrestricted free agent. But I would just assume lock him up for 3 to 4 years. He's not old, and offer him a contract with a little bit of a salary bump. He's making 22.5 now. And the first pitch is a slider off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is hammered foul. And it hooks foul into the second deck. Count is evened at 1-1. And Fairbanks sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate for ball two. Count is now 2-1. Fairbanks sets and he fires, and the slider is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike two. Count is deuce. And Jazz takes timeout. Once again, digging out the trench that he's already got at the back of the batter's box. And Fairbanks sets, and the pitch is hit to left center field. And DeLuca is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Paul Goldschmidt, 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout, ground out, and a flyout. Fairbanks sets, and the fastball is down low for ball one. Count is 1-0. Fairbanks sets and fires, and Goldie swings over the top of the curveball. Count is even, 1-1. And the fastball is hit foul. Count is now 1-2. Fairbanks sets and fires, and the ball is chopped to Walls, who fires across the diamond to Miranda for the second out. Yankees are down to the final out. Ryan McMahon coming up to bat. McMahon is up with 2 outs in the ninth, and the first pitch is a fastball called strike one. Count is 0-1. And McMahon hits a line drive single to right field. So he is going to be the Wells is coming up to bat. Fairbanks sets, and the first pitch is a curveball down low for ball one. Wells is 0 for 3 on the night with a ground out, strikeout, and a pop out. And Fairbanks sets, and he fires, and McMahon takes off for second. So McMahon is going to go to second on defensive end difference, and the ball was called strike one, and it looks like Ben Rice is coming out to pinch hit for Volpe if Wells gets on. And the pitch is chop foul. Count is now 1-2. Yankees are down to their final strike. Can Wells extend the inning? And the ball is ripped to center field. And DeLuca makes the play on the run on the warning track. He's took an extra base hit away from Wells. The Rays end up winning 4-2. That was a hell of a play by DeLuca. He was on his horse, and that one was going to freaking definitely bounce off the wall in right center field. Can't say anything, but you can tip your hat. And this is a disappointing loss for the Yankees. So, hence, the Yankees go down in the first game of the series. There are going to be post-game shows with Joe at NY Yankee Mania and with Jason at 161 River Ave. I believe that Jason Custodio will be having a late night post-game show also. Recommend checking out all the streams. You're going to find some great content. I want to thank everyone for being here this evening. And before I shut the stream down, if you could, please hit the like, share the channel out, and if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Hey, Eric, glad to see you in the stream. Glad to see you back, SGA. And Rob, you're absolutely correct. Man is making a good impression. All right. And I will be back tomorrow evening to call game 2 of the Rays versus the Yankees in the Bronx. Good night. Let's go Yankees. And we'll see you in the funny papers.